Hey, bitches.
What's up,
Hello.
bitches?
Howdy.
Hello.
Oh, somebody's crying already.
While we're waiting, can you hear that?
Today.
I'll tell them. So you guys know I opened this when we did the unboxing. They're finally soft enough to eat.
Were you checking them daily?
No,
Right? Because then she has none left.
no. The other three are unopened. They're unopened.
Oh my gosh. Hi,
You guys are just
Jessica.
taking a whole week
Welcome.
to get soft.
Welcome.
That's funny.
Oh, now live on your YouTube channel, The Novel Bitches.
Oh,
I just got an alert.
fancy that.
Oh my goodness. All right. So how was everybody's weekend?
Long.
Well,
It was a long weekend.
It was long. Oh, we went to what is it called? Mardi Gras.
Oh,
We went to a Mardi Gras parade. And
is it that time of year?
Cool.
yeah. And that was fun.
Is that what made it long?
I don't know. I just felt like this weekend was just really long. But then here we are, and I'm like scrambling to like get my reading done because I couldn't concentrate on the words. I'd read words. I was telling Tosh. And they wouldn't come together and mean anything. It was just like a word by itself.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever dealt with that before.
I'm still swollen.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Fine.
What did they do?
I had one tooth removed and then another one like half removed, whatever. There's this name for it.
Is it to make room?
Really, I don't know, honestly. I forget why they explained it, and I forget.
Okay.
And then bone grafting to fill in all of the space. And I guess they use cow bone. You know, like cow.
That's
stuff.
not vegetarian.
No,
I've never asked.
I asked. And I wanted to know more. Like, could I get the name of the cow? And they said, we don't do that.
Stop it.
But I'm no longer 100% human. That's for sure.
Oh. You're now part
cow.
Weren't you already?
Evident. I don't know.
You nursed your babies and like you were milked like a cow frequently.
So like her heifer. Was this like a Highland?
They won't give me the information. I would love to know my heritage.
You could do a new 23andMe. Stop it!
We'll see.
I didn't expect that.
Oh shit! Hey, somebody write that fucking down.
You're all done.
Rebecca? Wow.
What did you have Friday to Saturday? Did you have your kids Friday to Saturday? Is that what you're gonna say? Or did you have something else? Cows? Busy, but you didn't say doing what? What were you busy doing this weekend? Hi, Katrina. Welcome. What was your weekend like? The kid. Oh, good. I'm glad you had your kids this weekend. Did you guys have fun? Do anything special? I really want to know my bovine. Thank you, Rebecca. I was like, what is the word? It's bovine. It was in my head, and I was like, no, that's pig. Wrong. And now I feel better. Thank you. Very good.
Now I need to know. I need to go back to the surgeon that I used like 10 years ago.
Oh.
And find out which
it could have been. It could have been a human cadaver. Well, it was that long ago.
Said that it was when he talked about
It was what?
My dentist told me that when they do bone grafts, that it is human cadaver.
It's human cadaver.
But maybe yours got a cheaper deal at the bovine Special K. I don't know, and said, "Yeah, that'll fucking do."
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's really weird?
We did have fun.
It's like I'm gaggy at the thought of you talking about like cadavers in my face, but not at the fact that she has a cow in hers. The idea of a dead person in my mouth is more.
Or was it a cadaver? I gotta ask. I forget now. I think my friend had a cow. I'm gonna ask. I see them Monday, And I will find out if
Okay.
it's human or cow.
Okay.
Did they tell you cow, or they just said cadaver and you figured cow?
I think I was asking, and they were like dancing around the answer. So I want to get a definitive answer.
Oh, that's human.
Okay. All right. I had to go to a funeral for my best friend's husband. That is a shitty weekend. I am very sorry to hear about that. For your best friend and for you. That's a rough weekend. How you doing otherwise, though? Ugh. I used to do body part procurement.
Wow.
Honestly,
that's a job you're not going to find on Indeed. All right.
Hey, Anna, do you staff for?
And you had no stories to tell last month?
And you had no stories last month. That's good.
Like question. You obviously have met strangers.
Like for organ transplant or
body part procurement sounds like she walked into a morgue and pulled out a chainsaw. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Like Dexter stuff? Not Dexter.
Ooh, yeah, like you cutting some parts. Good. Still trying to finish the reading. Good. At least you're getting into it. It's good. Interesting.
I'm still waiting for Melanie's answer.
Right? I know. All of us are like,
here we go.
Reading with bated breath here. Skin, muscle, heart valves, cornea, veins.
I don't know.
So, like, where did you work? Like at a mortuary? Did you work
with
like
Dr.
in the hospital in the
on base?
What information? Like, we obviously want like information.
So we need some details. You can't just leave us with nothing.
It's very generic answers you're giving us right now.
Yeah, she needs to be like on video.
Right? Yeah. Definitely. Apparently, I still haven't learned a lesson about trying to eat dinner during book club.
And what are you eating, Rebecca?
Do tell.
She's all bovine.
She's
a pizza.
Hey, dude, like pizza just keeps coming up every month. Like all these books. I don't. It's a thing. Keeps coming up. I was a pathology assistant, then did tissue recovery for transplants. Badass. Very fucking cool. Welcome, Nora. Good to see you, babe. How was your weekend? We're all just chit-chatting about Melanie's
the chilies.
Melanie's past specialty here. I don't even know. How do you even like describe what's going on?
I couldn't even do like the frog in school, and like the smell of formaldehyde, formaldehyde still like sits in my nose, and it makes me want to vomit. Cannot. No.
Scene. Okay, some pepperones. All right. Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay, so
so gaggy right now. So gaggy.
That's why. I mean, somebody's got to do that job. Thank you.
But I don't need to know. And so now we know.
I'm glad I know.
And
I love this info.
I think that when I had my bone graft done, because I had
here we go
last molar, I feel like I'd asked, and you know, like when people like have something fixed, like their bladder or whatever, it's like some sort of mesh something, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if that's like in my brain what I was thinking, because I know I asked a lot of questions because it was in a time frame when I was getting like right before I got pregnant with Ben. But I don't remember cadaver ever being.
They don't. No, they wouldn't use that word.
Or bovine or procured from somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm sure that I assumed that it was some sort of alternative
vegan
graft
friendly
system,
like a manufactured.
Yeah, like I just found out that somebody got their cornea removed, like whatever is it cornea? It's plastic. It's plastic in their fucking eye. So I think that was more along the lines of what I was thinking, though plastic. I don't know if I would have consented to actual plastic in my body.
Sometimes it's better just not to know, and I think that's where you were going.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you start talking shit randomly, you could just be like, "Oh, it's just Jeff," or whatever. Whoever's a cadaver bone, you just, damn Helen, she got a mind of her own.
Oh my goodness.
Donor still sounds like death.
Okay, wait. So did you guys read this? I once had a lady call the morgue looking for her husband. She refused to believe he went there.
I think I remember her talking about this before.
I said, if he's talking him out. Oh my gosh. I remember that. They probably said donor. Oh, wow. Donor. Okay. What's up, Real D?
We don't yet know how the book is going because if you scroll up on our comments, we're trying to find out about a cadaver in Dominique's face.
But we read a book.
I didn't know you have a cadaver. Cadaver buddies. Yes, a book. We have a book.
Did everybody finish their reading?
All right. Yeah. So we started a new book this month. We are reading The Weight of Air by Kimberly Duffy. I do not have it with me. There we go. Cute book. Dominique chose this one for us, and it is our historical fiction for the year. Very exciting. We all have these beautiful little bookmarks to go with them. Little doll.
For courage.
So cute. For courage. Love it. So we read chapters 1 through 7 this week. Not a lot happened. I mean, we got a lot of kind of history. I feel like
a lot didn't happen.
A lot happened.
I feel like we ended this week where it's all going to begin.
I like how it ended for us. I feel like it was like.
So I didn't even finish the last chapter. So how did it end? Because I didn't even get to the last chapter.
They're on the boat on their way to America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I didn't. I definitely could have kept reading. It was kind of at that point where I'm like, okay,
yeah, well, yeah. That's why I felt like it was a good.
And once you got into it, I feel like the flow happened right when you got toward the end of maybe chapter 3. That's when it started to kind of flow and it went a little faster and the information just kind of came a little bit better. A good cliffhanger spot for this week. So basically we met our main characters. We met Mabel, who is a strong woman for the circus. She comes from a family of circus performers. Her dad was also a strong man, and her mom was an acrobat.
Yeah.
And her mom left to go take care of her mom in the United States. So we're originally set in Europe, I think in Italy or all over, but we end in Italy right here. And anyway, so her mom takes off to take care of her own mother in the US. Once she gets better, she ends up never returning. We find out that the father wrote to her and said, your daughter's not doing well. You really need to return home. Cause she's a young child when she leaves, around 8. Yeah. And she does not. And he's like, F it. We're going to tell her you're dead.
And that was 2 years
so she can move on and start getting better. And so she grows up. We're now 28, and she's thinking all this time that her mom has passed, not that she just chose not to return. And her father passes away. Then she no longer is able to perform again in the circus and is told you need to find a new act or we're going to kick you out and you have nothing left here. So she says that she might get her whole body tatted and marry the nose tatted guy.
But then she goes from a performer to sideshow, and she's like,
performer to sideshow, into the oddities, and goes to get her first tattoo, a beautiful gladiola for her mother on her thigh, and then her best acrobat dude stops her in all of that.
No, he doesn't stop. He busts in,
he throws kicks the door in, and the dude tatting her.
What are you doing to her?
And says,
for all of us who've been tatted, though, was anyone ugh? Did that leave a mark? Did he?
Oh, as he's
right?
Yeah.
He probably knows better. Just leave. Just lift your hands.
He did say it wasn't his first time.
Yeah, it wasn't the first time. That was great. So then, anyways, she doesn't get the tattoo. She ends up finding a letter from her mother, and finds out that she is alive. She decides that she's going to go to New York City to find her, and her best acrobat dude goes with her. Along the way, they kind of get found out and decide that they're going to pretend that they're married, and then decide that they actually have to get married. And then by the time they do, they are now sharing a state room on a boat for the next 2 weeks to America. So that was the whole week of reading.
Yeah,
all right. That was a nutshell. Wow. Nobody needed to read. What a nutshell.
I mean, I do think that you missed a few points, like the part where everyone just kept saying that the mom is weak, only for us to come and find out that that thinking started in childbirth, where it sounds like she was just so fucking exhausted, and they were like, "You're weak, and then she's depressed, and she can't feed her baby. You're weak."
Yeah.
You're weak.
Postpartum, it probably lasted forever.
Yeah. Sometimes it never leaves.
How long do you think it'll take Jake to fall for Mabel? I think he already has, and they are just not saying anything. Yeah. And I think that he thinks that she doesn't see him that way, and so he's not saying anything. And then she feels the same thing, so she's just not saying anything.
Or maybe he feels like a little like he can't because of all the promises he's promised his dad,
and the way he lost his wife, and maybe. Does sound like she had some bad postpartum.
And then you think of the time frame, that's definitely not a thing, So when you're one was going through that, you're either crazy or you're just called weak or what have you.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there a big old long jagged line on her leg, right? I was wondering.
Did anybody else catch the part where he mentions the name of the circus that her mom is in?
Yes.
And the mom at some point starts mentioning his wife's name about whatever happened. So he knows her mom, just doesn't know her because she's using a different name.
Yeah.
But do we think that it's the mom's fault?
The mom killed the wife?
Happen? No, not on purpose. Like, was there an accident that happened that like...
I am extra confused.
No.
What just happened right there? What?
I don't think Mabel's mom has anything to do with Jake's wife's accident.
No, because Jake's wife was shot out of a cannon and hit her head on the ceiling. Like, there's no...
Yeah, but she did cannon stuff too.
But that doesn't mean that she was the one who was shooting it. She got shot out of it. So she would have nothing to do with that. Yeah. Unless at the end of the day, it was something as simple as...
Yeah, I think maybe they were like partners, or they were just there at the same circus.
I was going to say, or maybe she took over for her mom that day. Like maybe she was supposed to get shot out of the cannon and didn't, or something like that. But I don't think that she's going to have anything to do with that. But... Well, no, it very well could have been something because he's, he was in the U.S. and worked for the circus, and she's been in the U.S. for who knows how long, but maybe they'll be connected somehow. Yeah.
Well, it said that he'd been with that circus, the one with Mabel and the dad, for 7 years.
Yes.
And it had been 9 years since his wife died. 10 years. So
7?
He was definitely there.
They were together. They were working together at some point.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't sure if they crossed paths. They were just at the circus at different times. Same circus, different times. Maybe there's something Mabel's mom said about a cannon mishap. I don't remember it exactly.
Yeah, because I think she was saying she can do the cannon. They hadn't done the cannon. That was probably when they stopped doing the cannon. And she was saying, I'll shoot me out of cannon again so that she can keep working in the circus. And how old is she now? 50? She say?
I don't think we know her age.
I thought she's...
Well, Mabel's 28 at this point, so who knows how old she really is. She could be a little younger, a little older. I don't know.
I would say she's late 40s.
Yeah, maybe 50. Doesn't the blurb of the back say that they know each other? And I have a physical book to look. Ooh, Anna, you got that right in front of you.
Mine doesn't say anything.
The Kindle, right? My iPad's dead, so I can't actually open my book right now.
What am I looking at? What?
The back. Nora was asking if the blurb on the back says something about them knowing each other.
Well, let's see.
You could just... skim through for us.
Oh, yeah. It says Mabel appears alongside the man who never wanted to see Isabella again.
Oh, yeah.
And she is forced to face the truth of where and in what she derives her worth.
Well done, Nora. Did your homework, B?
I guess it pays to read.
It sure pays to read the back cover, doesn't it? I don't have a back cover currently. Like I said, I'm reading on the iPad here. Damn it. God, I wish I had that book in my hands right now.
Look at that. Questions have been answered.
Yeah, very interesting. I was like, there has to be a connection. It can't just be like, oh, they go and then they find her, or, you know, all of that. But now that the mom has found out that her, you know, husband is dead, I wonder if she's gonna like try and head back and they'll like miss each other. Those blurbs give clues, don't they? Dang. He's gonna fall for her on the boat. Then he's gonna peace out when they find the mom and he realizes who she is. Right? Because she changed her name to Isabella, and well, her daughter doesn't know that yet, and he doesn't know that yet. So ooh. Guess we'll see. How's everybody liking our little circus flashback story so far?
I'm enjoying it.
I like it. Yeah.
More oddities. I like more oddities.
Yeah, I was hoping to hear a little bit more about that kind of stuff too. Oh, that was fun.
I had trouble getting into it. It's been a long week, but
all these characters lose their wives and kids in like tragic accidents. Like what?
Well, that makes sense. Look at Robin, right? Robin from Batman. Didn't he join the circus because his parents died? Like that's what you do. You escape to the circus when there's nowhere where to go.
Remember. Mm-hmm. I like it. I said it's good. Rebecca said it took me a bit to get into it and then it started to pick up. And that's why I said it was right in like chapter 3, toward the end of chapter 3 for me, that I was like, okay, now I'm into it. We're good. Now I can carry on. Because up to that point, I was like, read, stop. And then I was like, did I miss anything? Nah, I didn't miss shit. We're fine. Just keep going. And I'm glad I kept going because it was kind of getting me up to that point. I was like not getting into it and I wanted to faster just because I know what the story is kind of basically about, you know, with it being like an old circus story and, you know, finding family. I was like, sounds great. So I wanted to like pick up a little faster, but I'm glad it did because then I was like, shit, I want to keep reading. So I like it. Some slow parts, but I'm into the story. I 100% agree. Some slow parts. But I mean, I don't know if I expected it to be super fast paced when they're just like slowly making their way to a boat and we're just getting like history. Hopefully we move things a little faster into next week. That would be really nice. Went back and forth and then finally connected with it. Hi, Sherry. Good. Yeah, that's kind of, some of us are in the same place there. So. Anyway, anyone not liking it at all yet? How about you, Des?
How about the characters?
It took me a little bit to get into it. Like I said, it's just been a really long week, and so I was trying to get it all done today. And
yeah.
So I have the last chapter to read.
Okay.
But I think I started getting into it. I'm curious about what happens. Obviously, are they gonna cross paths and not catch up with each other, or do they? And
well, since you didn't read the last chapter and it leaves off on a cliffhanger, you don't have to actually stop once you get to that point. You can kind of keep going. That's kind of fun for you. Like, ooh, I can read into chapter 8 if I want to.
And I was actually reading on my Kindle because you were on the other one, and so I was reading on the Kindle to try and get it done.
Bergen just said.
So, how did you like listening to it?
It could be better.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to keep reading on the Kindle.
Yeah. Well, I also have it on my iPad, but my iPad was dead. So, and then the road I was on today did not allow for reading like that.
Not to win.
Yeah.
This was nothing could read on the road I was on today. No one. I don't care if you never get car sick. So far, I really like Giuseppe.
Dislike.
Giuseppe.
I mean, like,
but I mean, it is a business.
It is a business. But like, come on.
Give some time.
Yeah.
She's really strong. Like, give her a job to manhandle the animals.
But that doesn't bring him
carry
in money.
The tents.
They got to have the best acts to bring the people in.
And she is like not performing. So even though she's strong, the issue is that because she's lost her dad, she just doesn't feel like she can perform without him. So even if she could come up with a new act, she's just not performing. So wouldn't matter. You don't bring money in, you can't stay. And then the same thing is happening with
clowns
mom across the pond. So like same thing's happening to her, you know. She falls and gets hurt, and you know, she's not pulling anyone in either, not bringing any money in. So she's gonna get kicked to the curb too. So they'll probably just find each other and have some act that they share, or who knows.
Start their own circus.
Right? Yeah.
Move to the ranch with Jake.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that. Do they both go? Because they could just all help in the family ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
they sounds like an old ranch for like, you know, horses about to be put down, right? Like old circus acts.
Old circus horses. Yeah. That was like the saddest part this week was when he had to say goodbye to the horse. I was like,
oh yeah.
Don't say goodbye to the horse, take it with you.
Right.
Because they have enough money for both of them
and a
plus
horse.
The horse.
Yeah. Well, you know. Well, they do now because
transportation.
You know, now they can share everything since they're married. They don't have to have separate everything and then make her look bad. And anyway, I don't know. I'm enjoying it so far. It did pick up toward the end, and so I'm glad to get back into the reading of it. Now that I'm not going to get car sick, I can actually pick it up and read it instead of just listen.
I realized we haven't been able to do it, and we didn't really. It makes sense to do it last month since we had actual people, but we put pictures, faces to characters. Have you guys been doing?
Oh my gosh, we have not done that. Yeah,
last month would have been hard.
Yeah, last year, you know, it kind of was done for us, and if we just didn't like someone, we could like recast them. So it was a little different. But for this year, you know, it's totally different genre, so or theme. So yeah, none of these will have their own film or show yet, and we can cast them all over again. I love it.
Did you picture anybody? I think is that what you asked?
Well, both. I was just saying we were.
Yeah. Did you picture anyone for last month?
I didn't.
No.
Oh, no, this month. Right now.
Oh, this month.
Giuseppe, I picture as the guy from Pinocchio that runs the.
the mean
yeah.
I picture him big.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big old fat guy.
From Pinocchio. Oh,
yeah, the one that stole Pinocchio.
Holy, right?
I meant his dad. I was like, he's a small old guy.
No,
the pedo, no,
Stromboli that kidnapped
Pinocchio. Mean one.
That's how I picture Giuseppe.
Yeah. I don't know yet. I don't feel like I have.
I could see like Big Show for the dad.
What's Big Show?
You know who Big Show is?
No.
I'll show you. He's a wrestler.
So the dad, Brom, her dad, okay, who passed. Okay. Now we got to see.
Oh.
No.
Yes. That's the thing.
The Marionette Master. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's her dad.
Wearing that outfit too.
It's so weird that like as we're reading this, like he's supposed to be pictured as like a strong man, but for some reason I have zero picture in my head. And then I did not even picture a strong man if I had to. Like that. I don't know why. I didn't even think about that at all. Like I'm trying to, you know, figure out like what she looks like, and she's being described in these ways. And I'm like, I have nothing yet. So
honestly, do you picture people with faces?
I do.
Or just like their frame?
A silhouette?
It's eventual though. I do feel like the more I know about them, like the more features come into
Rebecca's comment.
their face. Like so, yeah, you might have like a general build where like the build is there, you know, like the hair and eye color, you know, like kind of general height and shape, but like then like their main features kind of come a little bit later sometimes with story, but I don't have any of that yet.
I'm about to throw y'all because I'm thinking about body shape. When I picture people, unless like last year where we had everybody who was already casted as in a TV show or movie, right? So when I picture people, I don't picture them with a face.
Huh.
I picture them, but never their face, like maybe from the back or like from the side or whatever, but they just don't have a face, you know?
This is
Trunchbull is who I picture Mabel as.
That's Rebecca's.
Like,
oh my God, Zangief from
Street Fighter.
See, that works. See, if you put Trunchbull with him, you put them together, that's Mabel and her dad.
Wow. All right. You picturing the guy lifting fake barbells, big, busy mustache, right? Like, maybe he's not that strong. Maybe it's just all fake. That's like where. And Desiree's over here like, ain't nobody's got a face.
That's Desiree's. Where's that? There he is.
Oh. Damn, I was
coming for you, Desiree.
So hard.
It looks like he's looking at her too. Oh, you have an angle.
Desiree, you talking about me? Are you talking about me, Des?
Yeah. What?
It totally looks like he's looking at you.
He's like, you talking about me, Des? You gonna come see me? All right.
He's like snarling at you.
I'm gonna need you to get off my head, okay?
That's funny.
Bushy.
My head.
There's sometimes I read where I don't picture anything at all.
Yeah.
It's just like silhouettes-y kind of thing. And then there's some that have a good description. And it's not always
bushy.
Because they described it. I don't know what it is. I think it's just when I make more connections with the characters. I think
that's kind of what Tasha's saying, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
That's interesting, though. I think it's funny. When's the last time anybody was at a circus?
I mean, my house. If you want to count this.
No, I don't. I don't count that shit show.
Got it.
One with actual clowns that you weren't dressed up as.
Does Cirque du Soleil count?
There's Mabel.
As a circus?
At a circus?
Oh, okay. There's Mabel. Look at it.
You tell me that you've never taken your kids to a circus?
Does Mabel have dark hair or is she light hair? I can't remember. She's dark hair.
I picture her with dark hair.
Elementary school. Yeah, we have not been to a circus since we were kids because, you know, circuses are no longer nice.
Well, and the ones that like pop up in the mall parking lots, like no.
Oh, those are they're the fucking caballeros. Those are most of those are now.
I took Inara and Coco. Like I think Inara was 5 and Colette then would have been like 3. It was at the Staples Center. It was like I don't know if it was Ringling Brothers or whoever was the last one to go around.
Yeah.
It was like after the elephants. After they
Barnum
stopped
and
with
Bailey or whatever.
Something like that. It was after they got rid of the elephants. And they tried going on for a couple more years. But then, you know.
Yeah.
There's not much for them to do with no animals. But I went. There was like the tigers and all that.
Lions
jazz
and bears?
there. No bears.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had like a want to go to a circus. I think I was taken to one when I was a kid. I don't remember.
No, I took the kids.
Yeah, no, never.
But that was.
And my kids have never asked to go.
But they're not. They don't like. Do they even know that they can't? Like, there's not really.
It's not what it was for now. For what it was before.
My aunt likes to go to the Cirque du Soleil. I don't know if I'm saying it right or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what she likes to do with us. She'll take us, and we were going once a year before COVID, and now we're gonna go again. She wants to start going again. I think they're cool though. Like all like
Circus Soleil would
acrobatic
be
stuff.
cool. Yeah, I like
they
that.
do.
I don't have a need to go and watch like a ringmaster with like little people coming out of a car and
No, yeah, the clown stuff
shooting
does
water
like.
spritzers at you and having monkeys and shit
We
jump
just go
all
to
around.
Circus
Steal your hat.
Circus.
No. What?
Let's go to
Ooh.
Circus.
Oh my god!
That's right.
yeah.
She is
That
Scottish,
is-
right?
That is circus meets Santa Fe swamp meet.
Yeah.
That's what circus
Well, the
is.
dad is Scottish. Yeah. What was the mom again? I don't remember.
French.
So who knows what she
She's
looks
French.
like? She could be any hair color. I'm gonna turn this fan off.
Picture her having your hair color right now, Tosh. Something like that.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
She said she had blue eyes, right?
Well, there we go.
Did it? Did I miss
I
that?
thought so. I thought she had blue eyes.
And I need a sweater. It's cold as fucking here.
What does Jake look like?
It is so windy here.
He better be hot. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
He could
He's
be
muscular, we know that. It was peeking out of his shirt, okay?
muscular. And he's
Okay,
got
I don't know
yeah.
why, but I picture Jake like one of those
Way better than circus.
almost like one of those ice skater guys or like the ballroom dancer guys where they're like real kind of feminine, you know, and they have,
A little bit.
with, like the frilly shirt. I don't know why. That's how I see him. Because
More muscular.
That could work. Yeah.
Does he
That
get the
could
axe
work.
with the wife?
Yeah, like what's his name? Derek.
Huff.
Huff.
You.
There you go. There.
Yeah.
That's Jake.
Who knows? Yeah.
Who's that?
What?
He's
He's a
what
dancer.
Julianne
what's that?
Huff's brother, you know,
Brother?
they're like the duo, and she was doing
Blonde?
like the Dancing with the Stars forever, and
Oh.
he does it. Yeah. So
Oh,
What
yes,
is
yes.
fasting?
Him.
fashion in Germany was way better than a circus. What is that? You picture him looking like he's in a boy band. Hey, but like a grown-up boy band or like still a kid boy band? Because he's like, you know, a little older than she is. She's 28, so he's not a baby.
Oh.
Well, he could be like Lance Bass now.
Oh, that is absolutely
Is that what
less
you're
gay?
talking about? That
Less
Germany
gay.
thing?
Since he was married.
Is
But just the
fashion?
look,
Is it a
I just-
parade?
I don't know why I see him kind of feminine. Yeah, it's just
Well, he could
Yeah.
be feminine, but you know, he
Somebody look
could-
up trapeze people or
I'm doing
flippers
that
or
right
whatever
now
they-
from 19, where are we? 1910?
11.
1911?
About.
and he talked about getting a whole new wardrobe. Remember that was paid for out of like the
Yes.
budget or whatever. Yeah, so
Uh-huh. He had just got a whole new one.
Ah, stop it! Two of you are on the same wavelength over there.
he's real into his wardrobe.
Do you think that he goes and does a whole act on the boat to earn some cashola?
While they're on the
like, what if
boat?
they like
While
do like an
they're on the
act
boat.
just to get a little cash?
Yeah, like she learned, right? She did it with her mom when she was younger. So maybe it's like, you know, riding a bike. You get back up on it and, you know.
Maybe like riding something. Huge parade, chasing the winter away. Very cool.
I don't know why I read that, and I know Melanie, you didn't mean it like this, but I read it like chasing the winter away. Look it up, like bitch. Should have just added bitch at the end of it.
Hey, if Anna wrote it like this, she would have meant look it up.
Look it up.
If
Yeah.
Desiree would have sent it, it would have been like do it yourself.
Fuck, you
That's
don't know
what her
what it
look
is.
it up would have meant. It would have been like do it yourself. You're
No, I said
physically-
I'm busy. You do it.
That's true. You wouldn't have said look it up. You should. I'm busy. Okay.
It looks like a young Leonardo DiCaprio.
It is. Like, it has,
Or
and
Jack
look at the little
Nicholson.
sparkle. He has sparkle on
Google
the,
it,
on the
bitch.
That's not
pants.
Jake. That is not Jake. Mm-mm,
That's not
absolutely
Jake.
not. Google it, bitches. I love it.
There it is.
I love it.
You like this outfit? This one?
Hold up.
You'll see their frilly shirt with the dance pants. I told you.
Hey,
Really? He's wearing like a thing.
No, that is Philly.
It's like the blousey sleeves and the bell bottom kind of loose dancey pants. Yeah.
Fancy
That's
pants.
what I was
Let me move
imagining.
that so she can keep showing off what she's trying to show off. We'll do
See?
the see-through one.
See,
oh wow,
he's wearing like
an
something over his shoulders.
No, that's
yeah,
different.
but the
That's
sleeves.
for
Look at the
pole, but the
sleeves.
shirt.
Yeah, the sleeves are like pirate shirts.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
not frilly. That's just like loose.
That is
It's
frilly.
blousey, frilly,
It's
and
like,
the dance pants.
What is it called? There's a specific
Oh,
name.
this
Thank you.
outfit.
right? Doesn't it
So-
seem like that's a bad idea? I agree. Oh, that's an outfit.
That's obviously a drawing, but
Yeah.
it has to be inspired.
I like that outfit.
Well, I
remember,
feel like his muscles were bigger.
They
okay?
did say in the book that they were very modest, except for the outfits they wore during performing for safety reasons.
Yeah.
So he could have been in Nut Huggers and
Probably.
didn't even have dance pants on, just
He did not. They were very careful, and they would not do the dance pants or the pirate sleeves.
That's what I'm saying. He wore Nut Huggers or those little booty shorts. But I don't think he was super muscular, because you got to be like, that's lean muscle. You know what I mean? Like with the body she wanted, more of that acrobatic, very kind of limber. So he was probably, he
like
had
this.
like ripped a little bit, but I don't think he was bulky buff.
No, not bulky. She described his muscles peeking out
There he is.
underneath
That's
of his
not
shirt.
Jake.
There
That's
it
not
is.
Jake.
That was like a
Did you
long
know who
sleeve.
that looks like right now? It looks like that little motherfucker from Saltburn that everybody's obsessed with. And
Oh.
That
Okay, I
looks
haven't
like
watched that
Matthew
yet, but I'm
McConaughey
gonna
could play that character.
Matthew McConaughey could. Okay, he could, but that still looks like that Saltburn freak. And
can anyone click these links?
Anna, I am so glad that Sean did not choose that for us to watch on Saturday night.
Why not? Reaction videos.
This was not the kind of movie. I don't think it's the kind of movie that you watch with other people in the room.
Yes, it is.
The
All
woman
over
in the
TikTok,
middle
they have
looks like a
reaction
man in
videos.
drag.
Yeah, seriously. First of all, that's not.
And now, look at
And
the outfits.
it wouldn't
Nut Huggers,
be
I told you.
uncommon
frillies.
at the
I
time.
was talking to my daughter about this because I misunderstood it just a little bit.
Out of nowhere.
Wow.
Out of nowhere. We
Wow.
got Saltburn bath water scene. I would not know. I don't think that was necessary for the four of us to watch together this weekend.
Well, you watched it together?
Had a
Or
nice
you did?
movie night watching what was it called?
Knock at the door. Don't knock at there's knock at a door.
Knock at the door.
Don't knock
Which
on
all
it.
took place
Don't
in
answer.
a cabin,
Who knows?
which is where we were at.
No.
We were good enough there.
It was on Prime. Anyway, it was like an apocalypse movie.
Yeah. Then we had to lighten it up with
Door.
80 for Brady.
We did make up for that. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. That was yeah. That was
What?
our first movie yesterday.
You watched what?
80 for Brady.
Knock at the Cabin. Was that?
Yes.
the
I
name
don't know
of the
what that
movie?
is.
It is with the best actresses ever, Sally Field and Jane
Thank you.
Fonda and
Lily
Rita.
Tomlin.
Oh my gosh.
And Lily
Isn't
Tomlin.
Yes.
Tom Brady.
Yes. And it was
Oh.
No.
awesome.
It was.
I
it was
love
great.
them, but no.
It was great. It was like, their book club movie, but also that one had like Diane Keaton, I think, in it. I don't know. Also fantastic. But this is wild.
Is
It's on
she
my
saying
TV
that
right
the
now,
Knock at the
currently
Cabin is on the
watching
TV or Saltburn? Because
No,
those are
Knock
two
at the
different
Cabin.
conversations.
Knock at the Cabin. Okay, well, it was really good. We ended up enjoying that movie very much so. And I'm really glad that we didn't have to watch Saltburn together.
It was very good, but then we were very frustrated at a lot of points where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
She said, knock at the TV.
Thank you. Knock at the TV, knock at the
That
cabin.
is, isn't that Ring? Isn't that?
Yeah,
that
you're going to
what
be
that movie
screaming
is?
at the
Knock
TV.
at
That's
the
what we were
TV.
doing. We were like, oh my, yelling at the TV. Scream at the TV. Scream at the cabin. Whatever it was. Yeah. Good night, Melanie. We'll see you next week, babe. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
I didn't even see her goodnight.
Not even with your big eyeglasses over
I didn't see it. I was so into the movie.
there.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that was a goodie. I think Saltburn is kind of like a watch alone.
Hell no, you're watching it for all the reactions. Absolutely not. I've watched way too many reaction videos on TikTok. No, you are watching it simply for the reactions. That is it. That is it. That is it. The bathwater.
Oh, hold the fucking phone. Hold up. I convinced my notes to watch it.
I wonder if Ma, are you watching?
I convinced my nope. Saltburn was a period piece, and they watched it and rang me in pure disgust.
But did they watch the whole thing, or did they call you as soon as the first thing popped up that was like,
okay,
did they watch the whole thing?
Okay.
Watch with others. Listen to me. She's even saying to watch it with other people.
So does this have to be a live watch that we do?
Could we totally do that? Called me straight away. But did they watch the whole but they watched the whole thing. But they watched the whole thing. They didn't stop. And I know the bath scene you're talking about. And there's some other scenes.
I vaguely know.
It's the car crash. It is from everything. Yes.
First of all, adding you to my favorites list, the fact that you were able to convince your parents that it was a period piece.
Well, because God bless parents, they probably trusted her.
Yeah. Plus one. Right. Her parents are never, ever going to take another recommendation again.
No movie.
Again.
They're going to look up the parental ratings before they watch anything you send.
Right. From this point forward, they're going to like, spoilers, please.
I've been like, turn to Do Not Disturb.
Okay, so
this is like a Brokeback Mountain on steroids.
A little bit.
Okay. That makes sense.
A little bit. From the little bit that I know. I only know the really terrible scenes that everybody records of everybody else watching. I don't actually know what it's about.
So, like, we couldn't actually watch it on here, obviously. No. But we could watch us. You could watch us watching.
You could watch and us reacting
to what we are experiencing.
Do we have a watch night? Do we need a watch night? We can all
do a watch party just for this shit. You probably want one.
I do. I do because I've watched all these reaction videos. You are
getting very excited.
Because I've seen all the reaction videos, so I want to watch. See, even she's saying, "Do it,
do it,
just do it, girl."
I love it. I love a good instigator though. Like, kind of makes me like, might need to.
Well, I'm instigating, and you don't give a fuck about me. You just Bree's your best friend now. Fuck off,
Jessica. I'd be down.
Bree's my best friend now. Hey, you know what? I'm always in the market for best friends that don't leave you high and dry without telling you goodbye.
I called you, bitch. I was in the driveway and I was like, "Hey, host," and you didn't answer. Miss I was up. So you didn't even answer the phone, and then you called me back.
Who has their phone on to wake their asses up in the morning for no reason at all? Not me.
Oh, please, knock it off.
And if it was an emergency, CJ was awake and he would have let me know. But there was no emergency except for the fact that my best friend just left me.
Yeah, you're fine.
Look at Desiree. She's like choking. I got a strong constitution and was still gagging. Oh, hype girl. I love a good hype girl, gotta say. Hype girls are my favorite people in the universe. All things go down because of them.
That is true.
That is true. Yeah. Dominique, you look like you're in a photo shoot from the 90s. It is very like, you have like a cast, like a glow. And it's like we just need some like a backdrop behind you, and all of a sudden you could do some of these.
You're at poses.
Look at her. There we go. Yeah, we just need like a oh my God, why is this so perfect right now? You still have that glow. I can't stand you right now.
You have like a podium that you could put your hands on.
You know, oh my gosh, right?
Yeah, there you go. Glamour shots right there.
Oh,
where's Deb? Shots.
Desiree didn't need to give away the entirety of that scene. She just did. You guessed it. That's it. Whatever you think that is, it is. It is. It's all of the.
So I haven't heard much about the film, but I've heard about the scene, and not in detail. But I feel like I know enough.
Do now?
Or I have assumed, and
now Desiree just wrote a whole story in emojis.
I've seen
that. So I didn't know part of it. Avery clarified the other part I was not made aware of. And I was like, Okay, that's worse.
Anna, would you say you've seen the TikTok videos that what?
The reaction videos on TikTok, and then just looking up, like I said,
think that's what Desiree is.
On steroids. Like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You only live once. YOLO.
Hey, hey, we YOLO'd all weekend.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. Did you eat out?
I didn't.
Exactly. Did you cold plunge into the snow?
I didn't.
We did sled. And
was there snow?
We almost hit a tree twice, which was pretty fucking fun.
Oh yeah, we definitely all almost hit the same tree several times. Yeah,
yeah.
That
tree just made snow angels. Closer.
We did make snow angels, and Anna found like a fucking sideways rainbow.
Yeah,
that little motherfucker was like a horseshoe up in the sky. It was weird as shit.
Sean was like fucking Buddy the Elf with his snowballs, and I was like one of the guys in fucking dodgeball. Like trying to dodge them and shit while not eating shit. Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah. And then, you're trying to empty your car and get 900 stairs up to the actual rental, but Sean doesn't allow it and just pelts you over and over and over again with snowballs before you even got your fucking jacket on. And it was just kick off the weekend good. All right, I have to drop early. I have a stupid early day tomorrow night, bees.
Stupid. You're not going to want to miss it.
Yeah, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Happy Monday to you. We'll see you next week, though. Anyway, yeah, it was a lot of
Tasha sledding.
Oh, it's a video.
Oh, it is.
She was scared to put her feet up in the sled.
I tried, and then it steered me even more.
Actually, hold on. It's this one because I had to stop it because you and Sean kept talking shit to each other from up and down the hill.
I mean, those trees are close. It's not a wide.
Yeah, it was not a wide
side of our cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this really was not like a sledding area, but we made it so we didn't have to travel to one. We just decided. Oh! See, that's
now look, she stopped all nice and cushiony at the bottom the first one around. Then by the time she went again, and then I went, and then CJ went. Like
after it's been made
at the bottom, you were in the street.
Yeah, by the end, I almost took Sean out, and he was about to have 2 knee surgeries. So,
well, because at that time you've now made like all that fluffy snow is gone,
and we knocked over the bank at the end that they plow away. So she made me go first. So there was no cushion for anybody else. That's it.
That's funny. And then there's our snowman.
Without
that like a little, like it looks teeny.
It was like teensy.
First of all, don't talk about the size of our snowman. I mean, about the size.
Hey, you know what was hiding in that picture?
It wasn't a snowman. It was a snow baby.
Oh.
It has no hat or scarf. Where's its carrot?
It's cute.
Coal.
It is cute.
Hey, look. They had all kinds of firsts this weekend on it.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a goodie. They had never been up to the snow. They'd never been in falling snow. They'd never even seen falling snow.
Really?
Size matters, Jerry. I love it.
There's my snow.
Anna they'd never.
That was your first time in the snow, Anna?
In that much snow, yeah.
Yeah.
Like really like being this was our rainbow that we saw. Look
at that side.
Oh. That is
why it's not.
You mean like upside down rainbow?
Yes. She said it's a smiley face.
I see. Well, you said side. I'm picturing sideways, like that.
Right? Oh well, no. I guess I was laying down. Yeah, we were making snow angels. Anyway, it was fun. We had a lot of fun hanging out, goofing off. Bunch of adults sledding. Makeshift sled. CJ did try the round metal one. That shit was lame.
Oh.
Yeah.
What, did you lube it up?
Like Clark? Yeah.
Did he lube it up? No. No. He just grabbed it and was like, okay, I'm going to try the metal one because obviously it's always a better idea.
Put oil on it. He's just fucking
like if we did it on it like without him knowing.
Yeah.
There. Oh, that would have been so good. Like a good waxing on it and just Yeah, I think he was hoping that he would hit the street and just spark up, and it just no. His nickname did not end up Sparky this weekend. So, hi Vanessa, welcome, babe. How are you doing? Anyway, it was fun, and I love a good apocalypse movie. I could watch all of them; they're so good. Except, what was the one that you and Sean, or that Sean recommended to CJ? I had to talk about it here.
Oh, what, the Julia Roberts?
No,
yeah.
The last ones or whatever, the one that with Pedro Pascal that we watched, the series.
No, not The Last of Us. No, the movie that Sean recommended with
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, yeah. That apocalypse.
Yeah.
Type.
Everybody was talking about that for like a good week.
Yeah, for like a while. So Sean texts CJ and is like, hey, you have to watch this movie. And CJ goes, he never recommends anything. We're watching it tonight. At the end of it, I was like, now I know why he recommended it. What a
we watched that one.
What a fucker. At the end of it, we were dying. The way it ends was like, I see why. Pass it on. It was just a pass it on. It's a pass it on movie. Like, I did this, now you have to do this.
I think you're the only one that feels that way about the ending.
What?
I don't know what you were even talking about.
There was no more to say. Like, you saw Julia Roberts and the other girl see the house through the trees, and they were going to go there because they had a feeling that's where her daughter was. You see that the daughter was there and found the bunker with everything they need to basically survive for who knows how long. So that's how you know it ends. That's where they end up going and living out until. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, but what's going on in the world?
You don't know that they ever make it. That's the point. You don't know if they ever make it. And I'm like,
I think they're there.
I wanted a little blast from the past. I wanted to see that shit locked down. And then I wanted to see Brendan Fraser inside. So
I'm done.
I'm
kidding. I'm just saying, like, there was no actual ending, and that's the movie you pass along.
Well, because you don't know what's going to happen.
That was what I was saying. Like, it didn't actually have an ending, and so you just don't know. And that's like, oh, I'm gonna put somebody else on this one. That's why CJ thought it was recommended. He was like, oh, I see. Writing a personal statement this weekend. Awesome. Has anyone else here got a personal statement they'd like to share with us?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Popcorn rating with bees. That's, oh my.
The Boys?
Has anyone watched The Boys? What is that? What is The Boys? Okay, I'd love to popcorn read.
God.
Said no one ever.
It's so windy.
We're popcorn reading? What? I'm not for anxiety.
See? And that's why you have no prep time. And so you could just go into it without stress.
Ready? Now, chapter 8. Go.
Yeah.
On Amazon. Okay. No, I haven't even heard of it. No idea.
Is that an apocalyptic movie?
Hold on. Let me open the Kindle-y.
The Boys. The Boys in the Boat?
What kind of movie is this, Vanessa?
What?
Great scene where guys get killed with superheroes, get killed with...
Are they hitting them? Are they beating them with
guys get killed with superheroes, get killed with dildos. Is that's a long sentence of confusion. It's a series about superheroes getting...
Vanessa, are you drunk?
Beat to death? Girl, I love her. She said, too many widths. Okay. Way too many widths. Yeah. It's lots of...
Guys get killed by superheroes with dildos. Wow. So how much of a superhero are they if they need the dildo to do the killing?
Yeah.
And it's on the internet.
That's
It's
what
there
reminds me of
forever,
that one
Vanessa.
movie.
Like, what X-Men university were they at? That
It
they're
was
like,
definitely
this is
DC.
your, this is
It
your
wasn't
weapon.
Marvel. It was definitely DC.
I'll
Yeah,
go
like
with
this is your weapon.
Orgasmo reboot.
Weapon of circumstance or circumcision? How are these looking? It's what we need to know.
She said, "Is this like how uncut is this web?"
All right, so it says a group of vigilantes set out to take down corrupt superheroes who abuse their superpowers.
Oh shit, Vanessa, what kind of prime are you on?
Anyone
Are
seen
you
Gen
watching
TV?
like
No.
rated C TV for?
Or is this like a weird adult anime thing?
No.
Yes, thank you. Right?
I'm so confused.
Yeah. Or is it like
you've abused your powers and then they get like cock slapped with the I don't get it. I don't. Bad boy. Bad boy. And I don't mean to offend you if you really love this movie. I'm sorry. I just don't get it.
So that's a keep
It's not
giving
a movie.
us
It's a series.
recommendations.
Oh, that's season 3. Okay.
Gen V, what is this now? Can you just make a list of things to watch? Because you obviously are finding
some gems.
That's the way to put it.
Yeah, I was wondering what word was going to come next for me.
It was
gem.
Gem is the word.
Some real heart throbs.
Gen V, you're saying?
Oh my.
Gen V. I'm looking this up.
All right. Now. Hey, it's our mascot.
Hello.
I see him like mouthing hi. Hi, buddy.
Oh, I see. Gen V is a spin-off from The Boys.
Okay.
Or a prequel or something like that.
Oh, okay. So not Gen P, Gen V. Got it. Cool.
Or virgins because they haven't met with the dildos yet.
Ah. He's like, it's so funny to hear my mom talking and then also in my ear.
Surround sound.
Look at that little cutie. Hi. You want it in your ear?
Like when you see those videos of the kids getting the implants turned on for the first time.
Oh my God, I cried all of those.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
I cry at all of those. Okay.
A chocolate.
So popcorn reading with the bees. The most stressful thing that someone can come up with for two of us. And here we are.
Oh, we're doing this right now?
Oh, we're doing it right now.
Oh, awesome. Bring it.
I knew you'd be ready.
Do that.
Is your V for virgin?
Are you on an iPad?
Are you?
I have my phone.
Yeah, only on my iPad it works.
I'll be back in.
You're stupid.
2 and 2.
No. Mama's using the phone.
Oh, watch out. Dominique's got a rave. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boots and cats, boots and cats, boots and cats, boots and cats.
Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Oh shit, I like the pants.
Yeah.
I like the pants. Who's reading the book to me?
Popcorn reading means we all take turns, right?
Yes.
Right. Hold on, let me read ahead my part. Which paragraph?
I like number 3, so you could read the first 3. They're short paragraphs.
Wait, what? I'm reading first?
Yeah, go ahead. With food in your mouth. Go ahead.
Wait, what are we reading?
We're on chapter 8. We're going to start chapter 8.
Oh, we're doing that. Oh, got it. Oh, you get the big words in the one sentence right there.
The laundress.
Yeah.
So I'm first.
The
I just read
laundress.
those teeny little 3 paragraphs. That's my turn. Okay.
No. There's no set amount. You read until you feel like popcorn and then you pick someone. So they got to be paying attention.
Okay. Oh, okay. I don't have my glasses. Look, my skin is getting red thinking about it.
Awesome.
Okay. Chapter 8. The laundresses scraped the bottom of the circus. Nope, the bottom of circus hierarchy. Unseen, doing what no one thought of, hidden from the eyes of everyone who mattered. Isabella hadn't had occasion to speak with them since her mother retired, broken and spending nearly every moment gasping for a full breath. She'd left the circus just as Isabella literally climbed into stardom. Isabella had been so full of hope then, of dreams and plans and romance with the son of Travis and Wells' prominent owner. She could take care of Mama and handed over most of her pay, enough for a room in a safe boarding house. Clean, simple, better than anything Mama had since they lost the farm. And popcorn, Anna, you're up.
From the very top of the tent, the first show on the road, her first time ever without Maman, Isabella had seen the awe written on the spectator's face. She could hear their collective breath. She had grabbed the rope, been hoisted upward, and flipped again and again, dislocating her shoulder so that she could make a full rotation with each turn. How many flanges had she done? Flanges? Well, she's phalanges now. She stopped counting when her entire being filled with a buzz of admiration. Popcorn Tasha.
And then
in the middle of a paragraph,
do that.
Throwing
popcorn where you want.
Oh, my chest is pounding. You're a dick. And then throwing herself off the platform and grabbing a hold of the bar, tossed her way. She knew she could give her mother a better life. She was lucky enough to have been born with all the charm and beauty of her Gallic ancestors, crowned with her father's black curls. In the circus, you had to be either extremely different or extremely beautiful. Polly Grant was both. Popcorn Desiree.
Polly Grant. Isabella watched the laundresses now, bent over steaming tubs, their hands permanently red and raw from the lye they used. She ran her palms over her cheeks, pulling the skin taut so that she imagined she looked the way she had years ago when she'd caught the public's imagination. These women, she knew, were her age or younger. They didn't look it. It was hard work, tireless and punishing and never ending. Many circuses expected performers to do their own laundry on Sundays, but Jerry Wells was a stickler for observing the Sabbath and wouldn't allow any of his employees to work it. Not even the laundresses. Isabella had just finished her first show since injuring her foot, only 1 day short of Dr. Covert's 7-day recommendation. It had sucked every bit of stamina from her, and she knew it wasn't a performance that would win her security. When her feet had hit the floor, she hadn't even bothered to smile at the audience. She shuffled out of the way as the Dono sisters bounded past, their hands waving and steps light. They had done well. Dominique!
She was a weak link. She could see that. So she wrapped a shawl around her shoulders, slid past the other ladies, peeling off layers of costume to change into respectable clothing, and escaped. Do you need something, ma'am? One of the laundresses called, and Isabella jerked her gaze up. She remembered that she stood in the backyard, half hidden by taut canvas spiked into the ground. No, I'm just thinking. She smiled. Oh, see, okay, I'm going to keep going. Not genuine. Not the one she'd been tossing to strangers all these years. The woman shrugged and went back to her work. She was pregnant, and a toddler played near her feet, his skinny legs sticking out of 2 short pants. Jerry had hired many widowed women over the years. His own mother had been forced into menial labor. Menial, there we go. Labor when his father died. And they were grateful for the job. Her mother had been. It kept them fed, offered a family of sorts, provided protection from the things that threatened women alone in the world, Anna.
Alone in the world and Anna, okay. And it hadn't been a bad way to grow up. Isabella had made lifelong friends and had been taught a skill that would have made her very wealthy had she not tried to prolong her mother's life day by day, hour by hour. And in the end, minute by minute, so much joy and grief was wrapped around the issue of the laundry. But Maman had come from nothing and received everything. If Isabella ended up there, she would be leaving everything and receiving only a more broken body. She'd wind up ill and shriveled and unable to care for herself, like Maman, just as broken and weak as Bram, and always accused her of being. Popcorn, Dominique.
Isabella stiffened her shoulders and clutched the fringed ends of her shawl over her embroidered bodice. The back of it fell to her knees, not quite providing the modesty Jerry required of his female employees. She wasn't supposed to go out onto the grounds in costume while the public was here. She should go back into the dressing tent and don the cream and black striped walking suit she'd worn that morning. But she could hear Annette's voice, and it dug deeply into the wounds that had opened when she'd given her best for the show today, and had known it wasn't enough. Annette's laughter scraped her nerves, and Isabella couldn't face it. She'd heard along with the Dono sisters and Annette that Jerry was disappointed in her, and everyone knew that what that meant. He was a fair man, but wouldn't hesitate to release dead weight. Isabella stepped over the tent peg, and her satin slippers sank into the soft earth. She kicked off a clod of dirt and took another step, and another. With the shawl wrapped tightly around her and her head down, she hurried across the circus grounds. By the time she passed the big top entrance, the sideshow Barker, where a cluster of titillated society ladies giggled and a pair of candy butchers taking a break, she was practically running. Desiree.
Every step brought her toward the decision she'd made, the one that would keep her from Maman's future. Her body had failed her too many times, in pregnancy, in motherhood, in marriage, and in work. She would not allow it to fail her again. And what was the point of it all, of the sacrifice and soreness and abuse, if she couldn't use it to save herself now? Polly! Robert stood at his desk when she slid past the open tent flap of his mobile office. Are you expecting anyone? Now that she had arrived, her stomach began to roil like a boat tossed at sea, and she cast a glance over her shoulder. But she had no reason to feel guilty. Bram was dead. No, everyone is about their work. What's wrong? Robert rounded the table and ducked his head to see her face, which she turned toward the floor. I need to speak with you. She met his eyes, saying everything with them she could think to say, knowing he wouldn't hear a word. Privately, no one must interrupt. Can we go to your coach? He drew back. You know that isn't allowed. Tosh.
You're the manager. Make it allowable. Her teeth began to click against one another, and she clenched her jaw. He stared at her a moment, his brow furrowed and his fingers rolling a pen back and forth. All right. Isabella allowed him to dictate the pace, slower than her mad race to him. She welcomed it because she knew every one of these steps would stab Mama's heart if she were still breathing. Would slap Bram's face, though Isabella didn't know if he'd remained faithful to her. Robert gave a cursory glance when they reached the rail yard, but no one was around. Every person in the circus played a part on show days. Every hand was needed. His was a private stateroom fit into half a coach and well furnished, the benefit of being the most trusted and well-paid employee with Travis and Will Circus. He urged her toward the tufted sofa that dominated the room beneath a mirrored wall flanked by sconces. But Isabella didn't sit. She stood off to the side and looked through the doorway that led to the bedroom. Her heart sounded like drums used in the parade. But Bram was dead, and she was facing a bleak future. Anna.
Hold up. How much are we reading? This chapter's long as shit.
As long as fuck. I was like, are we done?
I think so.
I think this is a good place
for as long as we want.
Okay, I'll finish
And
off
then
this
we'll be
page.
done for the day.
I'll finish this page and then we're done.
Okay.
All right.
She swung around to face her oldest friend and forced courage into her spine and arms and every empty part of her. Are you going to tell me what's going on? He asked. Will you convince Jerry to at least allow me to finish the year, to complete the show? If she had a year, she might be able to come up with a plan. She might be able to find a place to land that wouldn't require a strong back and every shred of beauty that's still retained. Or maybe she could regain her strength and flexibility somehow, recapture what she had lost. I don't know if I can. He's adamant your best days are behind you. He reached for her shoulder, and his hand was warm, kind. I'm sure he'll offer you another job, a way to make a living and continue on living with us.
Ooh. Well, I'm sure that'll happen. That sounds realistic. Sure that'll happen. So Vanessa's all, wait, where's chapter 1? We had a popcorn read.
That one is 8 chapters ago. But if you have not read and that intrigued you, join us for The Weight of Air
by Kimberly Duffy.
There she is.
Yeah. Bomb.
Carnival.
Ooh. Dominique, chemistry sweating right now.
And honestly, I'm gonna have to read all that over because
you can't hear it when it's like this.
No, because every time you're reading, I'm just following to not miss it, and I'm not like
when it's your turn. Exactly. This was my problem too. The comprehension is low when you're just focused on like, when am I gonna get caught?
Yeah.
See, I already knew I was gonna do this, so I mentally prepared.
She already read like the whole book. And
I didn't.
Study the page.
There's a page break coming up. Oh.
We make our own page break.
That was the end of the page.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Maybe if she's reading like on Kindle or something, maybe it's
I was gonna say the Kindle looks very different.
Okay, yeah, that was the end of page 102.
All right. Wow. Anyway, that was incredibly stressful. What happened? Hey, I'm with Dominique. Hey, you put me on the spot, and I've all of a sudden.
She basically went in and she was watching them and the laundresses, right? And she was like, "Oh my gosh!"
But that brought back the bad memories, and now she's realizing
they're
she's
so fucking old.
Now she might get back.
Oh, she doesn't want to be a laundress.
Yes,
I see.
Because it like wears on your body even more.
Is that what her mom was?
She said her mom went through.
Okay. Yeah, this is Dominique and I having to be told everything we were just read. So,
Vanessa, is this a statement from season 3 still, or are you just telling us that you're?
She's dropped. She's gonna go beat her husband with a dildo later.
Dub application. First of all, I don't remember BSWs being in any of the online dating or like the little magazine seeking another person descriptions. I don't think BSW was anything. I remember like BB. Anyway, and you're strapped. Go, girl. Strapped. Love it. Look at my stress itchy spot right here. I'm not kidding. I'm so itchy right now.
I'm perspiring.
All right, guys. Well, I got to get the kids ready for school tomorrow, and
yeah, we'll call it a night. Nice and early. We will meet everyone back next Sunday for chapters 8 through 13 of The Weight of Air by Kimberly Duffy. And maybe we'll play a game next week. What do you guys think?
Look up some kind of circusy type.
I might not be on next week.
That's okay. You can.
She's like, I'm not playing circus games.
Well, no, because what is it next week? Yeah,
I don't know.
Or
next week is like.
Is next week?
Yeah, Super Bowl. We're gonna have people over.
Is it Super Bowl next week?
Do we need to move our meeting for next week?
It is. I think
we've done that. We usually do that, don't we?
We have, because it's difficult.
Because a lot of people are at parties.
And Tosh, it's our team, so like we should totally.
People here tonight, right now.
Strap-on games. All right, why don't we just call it like a Monday, and we'll try and keep it like a little shorter for Monday.
Yeah.
Strap-on games.
How's that sound, people?
Okay, we'll come up with some strap-on games. I can't think of anything. I hope you have ideas, Vanessa.
I can bottle toss, but it's a dill toss.
Yeah,
You gotta,
because
like,
not everybody
on the
has the materials for that game like
the
you do. Jessica.
materials for that game.
I'm sure that our tech up here can create a digital one real fast.
There we go. And Jessica.
Yeah, I'm that talented.
Love it. Thank you, Jessica. Okay, why don't we I don't, but y'all are creative. Okay. So why don't we just move next week's meeting from Sunday to Monday so that we can enjoy Super Bowl?
Same time, 6
and
o'clock Monday.
We'll keep it to 6 on Monday and make it just like maybe an hour. So see what we can do. I will remind everyone throughout the week that that's what we're doing. But anyways, chapters 8 through 13, and everyone please enjoy your Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
Have
Happy holidays.
Night, lady.
Have a good night, bitches.